What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Respect and Pray Show with your host, the one and only Miguel Mike Medina, Triple M. In this episode, man, I have known this guy since my senior year in high school. Yes, we met late in high school, but I'm so happy that I got to meet him. I respect him, he respects me, and I like what he's doing with his life so far. A guy like him has come a long way, and he will continue to climb higher. But such a cool human being. And when it came to booking guests for season 5, I said like, I need to get somebody from high school, and I was just brainstorming here and there, and then he came into my mind, and I said, I gotta get this guy, and I'm glad I got him. I'm happy that I got him. But check out this interview. I think you guys will like this one. So check it out and hope you enjoy it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor to present to you Tirzon Bravo. My guy, Tirzon. It's been a minute. Thank you for joining me.
Anytime, man. It is a pleasure. It really is. Great seeing you.
Likewise, man. We go all the way back since high school. But I want to go straight into music. How did this affinity start with you with music?
Believe it or not, I don't think I've really said this before, but I'm convinced it was Guitar Hero. At the time, Guitar Hero 3 came out, and my brother and I, we had the game and we used to like obsess over it. And then we got used to the characters there, and I'm not gonna lie, I saw Guitar Hero 3 had Slash as a character. Of course, he's the lead guitarist for Guns N' Roses. So I didn't know he was real at the time when I was playing it. I did not expose myself to rock music. That was my exposure. And I guess after a while, we obsessed over it. We got over the game. And I think my brother got his first guitar. So he got a guitar. He started obsessing over it. And after a while, it just hung up on the wall. And I'm like, you know what? Let me play it. Like, let me play it. Because I really didn't play. And after that, I got my own guitar. And from there, it just happened.
And how long ago was this when you got your first guitar?
It was in high school. So I think mm, I had to be a senior. I had to be a senior in high school when I first got my guitar. I was 17, I'm sure. 17. Yeah, I was 17. It's been a while.
And you went to Lehman College.
Yes.
And did you study music there?
Yeah, yeah. So at the time, I did not know what I wanted to study. I had no clue. I had no idea what I wanted to do. So my decision in that came from basically just doing what I enjoyed to do a lot. So a lot of the times I find myself playing guitar, and at that point I was really playing. I was really learning, and I asked myself, like, after the 2 years were up and you had to declare a major, I'm like, I still don't know. And I'm like, you know what? I enjoy playing music a lot. Let me just pick music and see where it goes. And I majored in that, and I got my bachelor's in music.
What were some of the courses that stood out to you when you were majoring in music?
A lot of the band courses. At the time, I was in a Latin jazz band, which will mainly play a lot of Latin music. A jazz band as well, so strictly jazz standards. And that was my first time, I think, playing in a band setting, because normally all my other friends were in bands. They've already had their lineup set, and I was always that one guy out. So that was my first real experience in playing with other people and musicians who were also learning as well.
What was your first experience like performing um at a community or somewhere where it was a live event? How was that experience like, and where did you do it?
Normally, at Lehman, it started at Lehman. So their band is really active, and any festivals that were in the Bronx or within that school or in other colleges, we would always have a set list to perform in. And I mean, my experience at that point was like my first time playing in front of people. So I was shaking. Every performance, I was shaking. And yeah, after a while, I got used to it. But yeah, it was overwhelming at first. It felt like literally like the band would be big too. So it would not just be a guitar player, a drummer, a bass player. They will also have horn sections. They would also have sax. But at that time, it felt like I was the only person on stage and people were watching me, even though it wasn't the case. So yeah, it's a lot of getting over that. I also did a musical there as well. So I participated in the musical. Um, I'm not sure if it was on Broadway, but it was called Passing Strange. And that was like, in terms of school and me performing, that was like a lot of rock material that I enjoyed and I connected with. Um, and that opened up a lot of doors, and also the experience aspect of it. You got to work with other artists that are, affiliated with like dance and acting, um, other realms of performance. It was good. It was nice.
Or who are some of your favorite artists um from any genre that you try to that played a major influence in you and playing the guitar?
Um, I it's weird because I'm really into like the rock and roll, like the 80s. Like Guns N' Roses was the first band I listened to. Jimi Hendrix is also significant. I think I wouldn't be playing guitar if it wasn't for Jimi Hendrix as well. Those two have the most impact, but I also do find myself playing a lot of R&B music, especially nowadays. So for R&B, I don't really listen to guitar players. I listen to just a lot of R&B music. So like a lot of Erykah Badu. Who else? There's a lot. Is at the moment Erykah Badu. Who else? It was a lot. It's a lot. I'm blanking out right now, but I listen to a lot of R&B because I play it and I enjoy it and I like the vibe. So I feel like R&B is actually more suited for my vibe. Like I'm really laid back. I'm really chill. Rock and roll is a little bit in your face, like, you know. So yeah, pretty much it's a lot. I'll listen to rock. I'll listen to reggaeton one day, believe it or not, because people don't believe it. And R&B and hip hop.
Erykah Badu is a good selection. You caught me off guard with that one.
Yo, shit, I'm blanking out, but she's one of them. I listen to a lot of Michael Jackson, which is kind of pop. He was really versatile. He'll do a lot of pop, but then he'll branch out to rock because he'll invite like a lot of well-known guitar players like Eddie Van Halen for Beat It. Um, and even in his touring, he was always heavily influenced by that. And I like that about him, where he would just want to bring out certain elements into his music, which transformed a lot of things. Even Prince. I listen to a lot of Prince. Prince. That's one that really hit me like later on. Like I'm like, yo, what this guy is doing is crazy. Like the versatility, he's a performer. He's a guitar player. Like he's a guitar player. He's a pianist. His vocals are crazy, and he's an artist, and like he's a composer. So it's like people like that. I'm like, wow, that's great.
Favorite breakfast meal?
Breakfast meal. I'm a little boring, so I usually do toast and coffee.
Your top three favorite travel destinations that you would like to go to?
Travel destinations. Obviously Mexico. That's the motherland, so that's one of them for sure. Um, Japan, even though I've been there, but Japan, I would love to go again. And Peru, Peru.
I was Japan, like, by the way. I
It was
wasn't.
it was phenomenal. It was a culture shock. Like I think that's why I enjoyed it. It was it it's overwhelming because a lot of like you can get around, but it's so easy to get lost too. So a lot of everything there is in the Japanese language. So you would have to use the translation app a lot. And I think it's fun too because I got myself lost there on purpose to see if I was able to find my way back. And in Tokyo, and Tokyo's a big city, but also we went to like the more cultural areas. So like Kyoto, that's a more of like you'll see a lot of their traditions in Kyoto. Tokyo's more of a modern city, so you don't really see much of that. Hakone is like a touristy spot where you can just relax and go to like an onsen and just it's like an onsen is like a jacuzzi almost, but a lot more. It's a lot more soothing.
Nice. Favorite Guns N' Roses album?
Appetite for Destruction. That's not even a question. That's not even a question.
All right. Which part of Mexico you would go to on vacation? Cancun or Tulum?
Tulum, Tulum for sure.
Nice. Last but not least, I'm gonna put you to test with this one. Uh, New Edition or Boyz II Men?
Boys to Men only because I don't think I'm too familiar with New Edition. So by default.
All right, cool, cool. I would have gone with Boyz II Men as well. But
I'm
yeah,
gonna let you gave me some homework because I'm gonna listen to New Edition now.
yeah. Um, so you're a father now, and so my question to you is, how has fatherhood changed you?
Um, it's definitely a lot of changes. Um, but well, a lot of like perspective, like your perspective shifts a little bit. You don't. I now take things into consideration where it's not about me. It's not always about me. And a lot of the times I'll just be like, if I'm thinking a little too selfishly, I'll notice that. Um, and prioritizing more family, thinking about how I would like my son to grow up to be. So a lot of that is I ask myself, what would be the best situation? How can I handle the best situation where it would set a good example? Yeah, it's still new to me though. It's a process, but I enjoyed a lot. I would never change it.
Congratulations, man. You learn as you go.
Thank you, of course.
Happy for you. So what's next for Mr. Bravo and the
Well,
music?
as much as I love that, but I actually got a last name change. It's actually Galindo now.
Okay, okay, all right,
It
all
was
right.
everybody knows me as Bravo still. So like if for some reason that's still stuck on. And when I tell people my last name is Galindo now, they're like, what? But either or, I don't really care. But what's
Mhm.
next is well, integrating the new changes into my life with fatherhood, but also making sure I don't lose track of what I really want to do, and it's also play music. Making sure that I'm performing a lot more, making sure that I'm composing consistently. Because at the moment I'm not, because of I'm also trying to balance out work with family, and now it's time for me to like integrate what I was doing before. Um, a little getting back on track basically.
Last but not least, where can we follow you and your work?
For now it's Instagram. So underscore T Bravo, and the O is a zero. So yes, so I guess that's why people still know me as Bravo. But my Instagram for now, a lot of the stuff that I post, a lot of performances that will be coming up will be posted there. A lot of things that I do outside of performing, like I'll post there as well.
All right, I'll put that all information down below in the description. Man, we met senior year in high school, but I'm so glad that I got to meet you. You know,
Yeah,
you're a cool dude, humble guy. We have that mutual respect, and it's nice to see you grow as a person throughout all of these years. So, Tirzon, the Respect and Pray Show, I salute and respect to everything that you're doing. Best
so
of luck to your music. Best of luck to being a father, and and I'm pretty sure that you're gonna go out to do much more better things, and I'm looking forward to that ride.
Likewise, same for you as well. I do keep track of what you do. I do watch like your short films. So I enjoy what you do.
Thank you for watching the interview. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, that subscribe button, and you guys know the message. Have mutual respect, mutual love, and mutual admiration. So stay tuned for the next episode of the Respect and Pray Show.